Hello, my name is Ballard. I'm with Sumavi. I'm going to show you how the Sumavisor can be used to deploy bare metal machines. And in this example, we're going to show how to install a Red Hat Kickstart image or a CentOS Kickstart image or maybe even a Fedora image. Right here is my actual server. It's called Penguin01. Let's see, what's it got on it? Proc, CPU info. We got probably 8-core Intel 2.6 gigahertz machine. STM. We got a bunch of memory, about 32 gigs of memory. And we're just sitting here pretty, and it's time to reinstall it. Right now it's installed with I think it's Red Hat 6. Let's see, Red Hat release. Yep, Red Hat 6. So we're going to say that we want this to be now CentOS 5.5. So I come over here to the Sumavisor. I look at my nodes. This is just a generic server. And it is name is Penguin01. So let's provision it here. Let's just click on Penguin01 to see a little bit more about it. Notice that we have the same information here. 32 gigs of memory, 8 cores of the processor, and right now it's set to, we're going to install it with CentOS KS. So let's try it here. We click down here. There's a CentOS Kickstart file that we have, or we can go to a Red Hat 5. Let's do Red Hat 5 instead. This is a Red Hat 5HA configuration that I have, and I will start provisioning. So I say, okay, yes, and it changes to provision. So here's the machine. I'm trying to type on it. I can't anymore because my IPMI console serial redirection is now suspended because the machine just went and rebooted. So while it's rebooting, I'm going to show you the image catalog so you can see where it is I actually pulled that image from. It's under install templates, and right here there are several different images. There's the Windows one, there's a VMware one so that we can install VMware. And here's the Red Hat 5HA one that we're installing. And this one right here has, just our Kickstart file that's pretty standard. Has some packages that you can install so you can change those. And we have postscripts and prescripts that you can run. So we're not really using any of these right now. I could though. Why don't we do that? Let's put the date of birth one there. So that'll, I think, just put like a date of birth command when the machine installs. Meanwhile, back over here, the machine's rebooted, and it is going to install. So here we have it's downloaded the Red Hat kernel and RAM disk, and now it commences the installation. This is just running Anaconda right here. Very simple things that you have probably seen a million times before. While it does that, the image that we just updated, those changes are now going to take effect in the image because it just changed the pre-boot environment. So it goes to send information, and it does that. Grabs the image. And begins the installation. And you notice here that I just said provision because the Sumavisor is able to turn machines off and on and do other things like that. So right now it's going to check the packages, and then it'll start formatting the disk, I imagine. Here we're formatting the root file system. Now you notice here that you can actually do this to a bunch of different machines at one time. So this could be really dangerous or really good for you depending on how you're trying to do it. But right here I could say, okay, provision all these machines. Just doing this would recycle all the different machines. So I can refresh the power status just to make sure everybody's still up. They're all on, so I don't need to worry about that. While this is running, I can also get some other things from this node. So it's still formatting the file system. I can come over here and get the inventory of all these machines. So this will actually pull the inventory from all the machines, and So this tells me what's on each of the machines. So node 1 is a PowerEdge 410. These other ones have a Inventec as their stuff. So let me just go to the Penguin machines. Right, still formatting a file system. Here we can actually enter a node range. This is one of the cool things about the Sumavisor is that you may want to search for a certain amount of nodes, but you may not want others. And so what you can do is you can use regular expressions. So as a simple example, here's just the Penguin machines. I go there and you see them. Meanwhile, we're still formatting the file system. And now I can do the actions on them. But if I just want one machine, I can expand down here and look. Here's Penguin01. I can just get information from him. So I can also look at temperatures from him to see what kind of things are going on in there. And I can also download his event log if I wanted to. The other thing I can do is I can pull status, and this actually goes out to the network and says, hey, what are you doing right now? And right now it's installing glibc. So it looks like it finished formatting, and sure enough, it did. And now it's installing everything. And so I can actually almost watch it, say, okay, what are you installing? It's installing ncurses right now. And the other thing you can do is you can create node groups on different things. You can alias them. You can edit some of the settings in here. We try to keep it very simple. This is what it does when it discovers. You can see that Penguin01 is actually attached to switch 1 on port 3. And meanwhile, back here, we're still installing all the fun Red Hat items. And let's see the architecture. Some of the provisioning settings. Right now it's set to Pixie boot. For some of the machines, we like using gPXE, or XMBA as we call it. And you can see who we're set to. Here's the groups that this node belongs to. This is managed by IPMI. It's because these are set that we're able to do this remote console and actually look at the machine. Over here, we have the MAC address of the node. Here we have some of the IPMI settings. Right now, this is just set at clear text, but you can put this in another table where it's not as obvious. And then the network settings for this machine, just the IP address and the port. So we're not going to change anything here. Meanwhile, the node installs. We'll get it all real time so that we can see exactly how long it takes for a brand new node to install. Then we run the post install scripts. And the machine now reboots. So now as we wait for that machine to reboot, and now it's going to boot up Red Hat 5. And he's ready to roll. We can log into him here. And there's the date of birth file that we told it to do in our post install script. That's when this machine was installed. So I hope that helped you understand the power of the Sumavisor. You can see that it's all set and ready to go. And thanks for watching.